Hello people, hello words, and hello Philippines, it's me again. Let's talk vlog. Shout out sa lahat mga Pilipino sa buong daigdig. And of course sa mga Marcos loyalists and supporters. Shout out po sa inyong lahat. At kumusta po kayo? Peace. Ayan. But anyway mga kababayan, may update tayo ngayon. Nako, very good news and very important to the Filipino people ito guys ha. Ang very good news at siyempre very major projects under the Marcos administration mga bes ha. Nabanggit ko ito bahagya sa aking live. Nako po, nakakamangha at nakaka-overwhelm, no? Ang tinutukoy ko dito mga kababayan ay ang Build Better More ng ating Pangulong Marcos Jr. Ang ibig sabihin nun ay 100 ang mga malalaking proyekto na kanyang gagawin sa kanyang administration. Alam nyo ba, dito sa press briefing ng sekretary ng NIDA na si Balisacan, mga kababayan, ay nabanggit niya po dito 194 projects ay nagkakalaga ito ng 9 trillion pesos. Naku, naloka ako guys ha. Ang laki talaga. Siyempre, mga kababayan, itong projects na ito ay maglilikha ito ng maraming trabaho. Hindi lang po yan mga bes, ha? Ito ay kasadong-kasado na. Ay, aprobado po ng NEDA. Di ka naloka. Including dito guys, ang Mindanao Railways, ang Ilocosur to Cebu Railways. Oh my goodness. Ay hindi, yung tulayan guys for sure. At hindi lang yan yung UP Quezon General Hospital. Naloka ako. At saka yung San Mateo Railways at National Railways of course. At syempre guys, ang renovation ng Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Ika nga, no? Yung naiya. Pagandahin po yan. At syempre yung expressway at ang Panay Projects at marami pang iba mga kababayan. Guys, 194 nga eh. Oh, 'di ba? So ibig sabihin, nako po. Including pala dito yung subway. Kung hindi po ako magkamali mga kababayan, correct me if I'm wrong. So ang ibig sabihin pala, kanina may nabasa kasi ako. So pakinggan nyo mamaya guys yung press briefing ni Secretary Balisacan ng NEDA. Ang pagkakaalam ko pala, ang akala ko kasi no, itong subway ay fix na yung ibig sabihin fix na pala yung kanyang budget. Hindi pa pala. Ito guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Kung tama ako, correct nyo ako. Pasensya na kung mali ako, di mali. But anyway, sa aking pagkakaalam, halimbawa yung daanan ng subway sa Laguna tapos Batangas. So ibig sabihin another budget pa pala yun mga base. Oh, di ba? So magki-create ito guys ng maraming hindi lang trabaho, siyempre ay budget billion siyempre. Dahil ito guys, itong project na ito, itong subway na ito, matagal na dapat gawin ito sa panahon ni Pangulong Marcos Sr. Ayan po, blueprint niya yan. So ibig sabihin, i-credit din natin sa kanya. Dahil blueprint niya yan, inumpisa ni Pangulong Duterte. Dahil inumpisa ni Pangulong Duterte, tuloy-tuloy, ibig sabihin, itutuloy ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. So, ang ikikredit natin dito, tatlong Pangulo. Ang Senior, Pangulong Marcos Sr. at ang Tatay Digong at siyempre ang Pangulong Marcos Jr. Kasi guys, matatapos ito sa panahon niya. This 2028 or 2027. Yun po ang nabasa ko. So, ay grabe. Excited na ako itong subway na ito guys So, ibig sabihin, kasama po yan sa 9 trillion. Ang laking pera mga bes. O paano yan? Baka may may maiinggit na naman dyan. Yan po ay matapos na. Pag nakatayo na yung 994, na sana po alagaan ng mamamayang Pilipino. At isipin din nila sa mga susunod na umupo, kailangan piliin ang mga pangulo na dapat na alagaan yung pag-aari po ng gobyerno maiwasan sana po yung pagbibinta, no, sa mga ari-arian ng gobyerno. Wag na sana maulit po yung mga nakaraan, kasi yung current administration bininta yung ibang ari-arian ng gobyerno na pinundar ni dating Pangulong Marcos Sr., no. So sayang, no, tayo po ang makikinabang lahat po yun. Kung may pangangailangan naman ng gobyerno, marami namang kaparaanan, wag naman magbenta ng ari-arian. Sayang tayo ang nagsasuffer. Tingnan nyo ngayon, imbis yung taril po na yan, yung sa pag-aari na hahawakan sana, pagmamanage ng gobyerno, pag-aari ng gobyerno, pero wala pati yung ibang pag-aari ng gobyerno, naloka ako. Sayang, no? So, anyway, mga kababayan, ako'y natutuwa, no? So, congratulations at napakagaling itong Pangulo na ito. Hihigitin niya po, mga kababayan, ng kanyang ama. Ayan, umpisa na ng pagbabago po yan. Tinutupad niya ang kanyang mga pangako. Ang dami po yan, 194 projects, major projects, and na worth of 9 trillion pesos. Di ka naloka. But anyway guys, para maniwala kayo sa sinasabi ko, baka sabihin nyo nagmamarites ako, hindi, no? O pakinggan nyo guys ang press briefing ng sekretary ng NEDA, si Secretary Balisacan. Panoorin nyo, but before that, ito guys, don't forget to like our live and mga videos natin. And syempre, hit the button bell para lagi kayong update guys. Okay? So, bye! Baboos!
Good morning, Malacanang Press Corps, and welcome to our briefing this morning, Thursday, March 9. Para ipaliwanag ang mga ito, kasama natin ngayon si NEDA Director General at Socio-Economic and Planning Secretary Arsenio Balisacan. Secretary Balisacan, good morning.
Media briefer, Daphne Paez, members of the Malacanang Press Corps, good morning. I am pleased to announce that the National Economic and Development Authority Board, chaired by President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., during its fourth meeting today, approved two game-changing initiatives that aim to further raise investments and transform the Philippine economic landscape. These are the government's new list of infrastructure flagship projects, or IFPs, and the amendments to the 2013 NEDA Joint Venture, or JV guidelines. The approved new list of infrastructure flagship projects includes a total of 194 projects amounting to about 9 trillion pesos. Majority of these infrastructure flagship projects are in physical connectivity and water resources, which include projects in irrigation, water supply, and flood management. The list also includes projects in digital connectivity, health, power and energy, agriculture, and other infrastructure. Some of the new projects included in the new list are the Panay Railway Project, Mindanao Railway Project 3, North Long Haul Railway, San Mateo Railway, UPPGH Diliman Project, the Ninoy Aquino International Airport Rehabilitation Project, Lucusur Transbasin Project, and the Metro Cebu Expressway. Aligned with the priorities under the 8-point socio-economic agenda of President Marcos' administration and the plans outlined in the Philippine Development Plan for 2023 to 2028, these high-impact and urgently needed infrastructure projects aim to showcase the government's Build Better More program. The new IFPs are seen to address the binding constraints to business investment and expansion that will create more high-quality and resilient jobs that will allow us to meet our poverty reduction goals for the medium term. IFPs shall be also prioritized under the government's annual budget preparation and enjoy the benefits of expedited issuance of applicable permits and licenses consistent with current legal frameworks. These projects will adopt an optimal mix of financing from various development partners, that is ODA, the national government, that is general appropriations, and the private sector, particularly public-private partnerships. To hasten the rollout of these projects, the Marcos administration is strongly promoting the utilization of public-private partnerships, or PPPs, one of the cross-cutting strategies likewise identified in the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028. 45 of these IFPs are seen to be financed through partnerships with the private sector. The government shall harness the financing or financial and technical resources of the private sector, which allows the public sector to allocate its funds for greater investment in human capital development, especially to address scarring in health and education due to the pandemic, and provide targeted assistance that protects vulnerable sectors from economic shocks. To ensure the quality and timeliness of project execution, the NEDA board designated NEDA as the lead agency that will monitor the implementation of the IFPs as part of its program monitoring function pursuant to Executive Order number 230. The list of IFPs will be posted publicly on the NEDA website and social media accounts for your reference. Second, the NEDA board approved the proposed amendments to the 2013 NEDA Joint Venture Guidelines. The NEDA will process the issuance of the revised JV guidelines in accordance with Section 8 of Executive Order 423 Series of 2005. The amendments aim to enhance competition for projects under joint ventures, ensure better performance of private sector participants, and improve check and balances to ensure that the project is technically and financially sound. The amendments shall also ensure that the guidelines are aligned with the provisions of the recently amended Build, Operate, Transfer or BOT law, implementing rules and regulations, and the proposed amendments to the BOT law or PPP Act pending in Congress, but which are expected to be passed by this year. The Marcos administration's Trust for Infrastructure shall enable the transformation of the Philippine economic landscape within the next 6 years. Recognizing that our country has much more to do to catch up with our dynamic neighbors in the region, we will pursue high-impact initiatives that aim to encourage greater local and foreign investment and private sector participation in infrastructure development. Today's approval of the new IFP list and the amendments to the NEDA JV guidelines is a giant step toward our goal of elevating our competitiveness as we promote the Philippines as a prime investment destination in the region. We will connect and integrate markets to enable access to more opportunities for local industries, enhance the productivity of our young and vibrant labor force, and create safer infrastructure for future generations. Ultimately, we wish to improve the overall quality of life for all Filipinos and empower every citizen to live a matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay. Thank you.
Let me just announce the opening of the floor. Is the microphone already working? Oh, it is. Okay, Maricel Halili, TV5.
Hi sir, magandang umaga po. Sir, following the approval of the new IFP list, how will this help the unemployment situation in the country? It's working. It's working.
Definitely, this IFP, and especially once they are rolled out, implemented, will boost employment opportunities because these are investments, these are construction. There will construction activities, massive construction activities, and that will improve the investment climate in the country so that more investors can come in, both domestic and foreign, and the current investors can expand their operations. Those will create jobs. So the whole purpose of putting this in place and to roll them as fast as we can is to generate employment opportunities so that we can also achieve our poverty reduction goal and reduce it to single-digit level by 2028.
Sir, do we have a rough estimate as to how many Filipinos will benefit from this in terms of employment? Gaano karami po yung pwedeng mabigyan ng trabaho?
We don't have specific numbers here, but as we all know, when you have major infrastructure projects that will generate employment, but more importantly, those will generate job opportunities because, as I said, that will reduce the cost of doing business in the country, that will make our investment climate more attractive because then these so-called infrastructure deficits that we have and the gaps between us and our neighbors in terms of the quality and cost of our infrastructure services will be reduced, no? And that improves our attractiveness as an investment destination.
Chona Yu of Inquirer Radio.
Sir, good morning. Of 194 projects approved by the NEDA, how many projects are under MARCOS administration and what are these projects for?
There are 123 of those 194 projects that are new. They were initiated and began to be funded during this administration. Some of the examples that I provided earlier, like the Naya rehabilitation, the North Long Haul Railway that should bring the railway from Manila all the way to the Ilocos region, all the way to the Cagayan Valley, and as well as that the Metro Cebu Rail expressway that I mentioned earlier. So these are just a few of the examples that we have. There are 123 in the list, and we'll be posting this list. If not today, you'll get it by tomorrow. We're just cleaning them up.
Sir, just a follow-up on that. Out of the 123 projects, ilan doon ang matatapos bago or matapos yung kanyang administration?
We don't have the count yet, but the whole intention is to complete many of them as much as possible. But these are long-term projects, like the North Long Railway that I mentioned. That will involve several years of development, just like what we have with the subway. The subway, was started by the Duterte administration, right? And as we see it now, maybe we completed that in 2027, 2028. No? So that's how, and that's only Metro Manila. And how much more to bring the railway services on the way to the Cagayan Valley.
Okay, Ace Romero, Philippine Star.
So, Secretary, doon sa projects, there are 194 of them. I understand masyadong madami. Can you just give us at least yung five biggest projects na nandun sa priority list and how much?
The priority list, again, includes the ongoing ones because you have heard the President early on saying that those projects that were initiated began in the previous administration to the extent that they are useful for the economy, for our society, must be continued. And so that many of these projects remain flagship projects, okay? And the big ones there are under the previous administrations, the subway. That's going to cost a lot of still money. The other one is the initiated much earlier on, this Clark commuter railway, Clark to Manila and then all the way to Los Baños. So those are big ones too. We'll be pushing as well the railway all the way to the Bicol region. I don't have the amount here with me, but you can see that eventually in our website. We'll be posting the approved list eventually.
So, of those projects, Sec, ilan po yung kayang matapos next year, yung mas mabilis matapos? Kasi people will be asking when can we feel
In the next couple of
benefits?
years, you should be seeing many of this already in operational. For example, irrigation projects. Many of these are irrigation projects, health projects. We are including the cancer center that we approved last time. That's now going, and we hope to have that in the next 3-4 years. What included here also is another Philippine General Hospital in Diliman. Those can move pretty quickly because those are PPP, private partnership projects, and this will not involve much right-of-way acquisition, so they can be quite quick. Where we may be encountering a bit of difficulty will be those areas where we have to acquire right-of-way. But even then, part of the approval of the decision by the and the directive of the president this morning was to ask ARTA to issue or to ensure that the agencies who are involved with issuance of permits, licenses, and that they have to give priority to these IMPs, because in the past these have been some of the bottlenecks. Agencies are so slow in issuing the required permits and licenses. So we are undoing so many of those problems there.